Hey everybody, here's just a small update on my latest project. I haven't made a tremendous amount of progress, but I think part of it is just I've been doing a bit more sculpting on my guy in the back there, and so maybe I'll start with that. But I thought about what I was going to do for this guy, and I had a lot of good suggestions. I'm not finished, but what I've decided to go with is I'm actually sculpting a sort of retro laser gun. I'm gonna make it a bit steampunky too, but I just used 2 pieces of paper clip to make the basic frame of an L shape to go in his hand, and I'm gonna just give it some sort of like, I guess I would refer to it as sort of like 1960s wing, kind of wing looking, or like fins, I think is the best way, like on the gun. I'm going to put a couple of cylinders with little pipes coming from them to act as sort of steam related power systems, but I kind of decided to go for that because I just, he's kind of over the top in a lot of ways is the way I'm kind of looking at him, and so yeah, I kind of thought that would be kind of neat, and so I think I could probably use it for any sort of long-range weapon, but I'm just modeling it as sort of a laser gun pistol, and I think that'll look kind of cool. I like the old sci-fi stuff, like H.G. Wells and all that kind of stuff too, and so when I see sort of like really weird looking old sci-fi, like I like that look, and I don't know, I just decided to blend it in here. But like I'll do a little bit of steampunk kind of stuff on there too, and smooth it out a bit, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And it's big too. It'll only be a little bit bigger when the fins come on there, and so it kind of counterbalances the large steam fist a little bit. So it won't be that big though. But I think it's a nice counterbalance there. So yeah, so that's that guy. And then what I did for these guys here is it might be hard to see, but I primed them, and then I airbrushed a Prussian blue by its model color, Prussian blue, dark Prussian blue, and after that I did some zenith highlighting by mixing lighter blues in with it, and so you might be able to see it there that I've got some zenith highlighting there, but it's definitely darker underneath for sure. But I think it came out pretty good, and so it's a nice base to start my painting of the details and the skin and all that stuff on these guys. One of the things that I really like being able to start with one base color, when I paint. Lately I haven't been doing that as much with my like muskets and tomahawk stuff. Like I pretty much just prime and then start painting with a brush. The advantage I find for me is that when I do it the other way, where I just paint with the brush right on the primer, is that because the paints are somewhat transparent, like I'm not working a skin color over something really, really dark sometimes, like if I use like a gray primer, and I can just go right to my skin color, and it's not fighting with like an undercoat, where with this, like I'm kind of recognize that I'm going to have these blues that I'm going to be painting the skin color right over, so I've got to paint light enough that I don't obscure the details, but then I need to cover well enough that I get that I don't have that blue showing through. And so, but then again, like there's the time put into that, you're saving and counterbalancing on the fact that you are not having to hand paint all of these models, every single portion of them. And so it's been an interesting trade-off. But here, actually, it's funny, they actually kind of look better to me now than initially in the lighting I was looking at them. I can see the highlights I did a little bit better through the viewfinder here. My hobby room doesn't have the greatest lighting. I just made this hobby room in my basement, and I have to actually install a light, even just a general light overhead that's better than the one I have. It's funny how important lighting's like really important. I mean, even when you're working, like I just sometimes when you come from a good spot, like you don't realize just how important it is until you lose it. Okay, hope you guys are having a good week so far. And this is my update on the In Her Majesty's Name Iron Chancellor's Elite. Talk to you guys later.